Hello. Okay. I got some questions about configuration and why it's hidden and all this stuff. And first, it's not hidden. You can switch on here configuration nodes, and then you get a tab here where you can see all your configuration nodes. In Node-red, there's a concept where we say, okay, there's a reader button and a server, or node. And if I want to connect, then yeah, you have to say here, tac, 1 second, and we have here the server configuration. This is a configuration node because we want to reuse it in more than one node. And that's really easy when we use the concept of Node-red. Say, okay, this is TCP, and we have a server on this port, and that's done. But when I deploy this way, then I got a default configuration here. But when you see there are some other flows, so we can say, okay, please bind this configuration to flow 2. So, and with that, so we will see that the configuration of the Modbus client will be directly connected or binded by flow 2. So when we change this here and say Modbus, tac, then we see it's also changing here in the configuration. When we set it to the normal way, as on all flows, then Node-red will won't delete your configuration. That is helpful when you have many other flows which are using your configuration. So you just have to set up the configuration once, and you reuse it in many flows. So it will not be deleted. So, but when you have only one Modbus flow and you say, okay, if I use this flow, then it should be binded directly here. And if I delete this by clicking here double and say delete, then also the configuration should be gone. For that, you should bind it here directly to your flow, because of when we now delete the whole flow, then also the Modbus client configuration is gone. So the difference here is, you see on all flows, when I say, okay, I delete the writer node or whatever here, or put a new one here, say again, reader, so, and it's really, you just have to do this once. And when you say here, every time on all flows, we will see that it's not deleted after deleting the flow. So pushing, we see, okay, it's also binded. Your Modbus client is binded to here, and you also can click here to see it. You don't have to go to the way to click on the node and all this stuff. You can go directly to configuration. So if it's not shown, you can go here, configuration, double click, and there's the configuration. And you can change it for all nodes, because it will be used maybe in more than once. Now we have only one here. We see how many nodes are using the configuration, and that's it. So when we delete now, last time it will also delete the Modbus client, but when it's not connected to the flow we are deleting. So then you see this. Click here to see there's some unused. And this is here also. You got the filter in configuration, and you see it's not used. But the Modbus client will connect your client and all this stuff, because it's doing this automatically. So it will connect directly after restarting and deploying in Node-red to this IP on this port. And so if you always configure with on all flows and you have many unused nodes, then it costs connections. And in serial you have the problem, there is only one connection, and when you have multiple nodes which are unused and used, then you don't get any connection to your device, because maybe an unused node is the first one and it connects, and then the next node gets port is not open or other stuff or didn't work. So have a look to the configuration, see what's unused, and delete it maybe by yourself. You can click it here, say delete, deploy, and it's clean. And this is the difference. For me, most it works when I set it directly or bind it directly to the flows, because the most time when I delete a flow, I also want to delete all the configurations. So try this way, have fun, and don't wondering why it's not working. Okay, bye bye.